This is all good content that we could be catching.
My lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is cool.
All right, so how did we get here?
We're starting over.
Oh, bloopers.
Y'all, my neck look like it's trying to disappear. I don't know if I contoured really well or what. Whoever watching this, we are going to call you a diabolical lover.
Gang.
Hey friends.
Hey y'all.
It's your girl Grata.
It's your homie, Diabolically Haitian.
And that's Grata like Prada, but with a G. Don't forget the LOVE. We go by the name of Chantel.
The couple formerly known.
Takufka. I say Takufka because it's TCFKA. The couple formerly known as Takufka Chantel. Okay, so this is the Schai. My name is Chantel. Our stage names are
Diabolically Haitian.
and Grata Love. So together we make Chantel with our governments.
Yeah, but like my name is Schai, your name is Chantel and Telly, and that.
Why do we have to bring Telly into this? Nobody brought up Smoke.
Smoke dog.
Are y'all ears blown too? This is clearly a Gemini, and I am a Gemini rising. So we got like 14 personalities over here. Let's get into this video. As many of y'all know, we got engaged. Bow, bow, bow. Hold on, let me show you the ring. The ring. Okay, so this one designed this ring and did a lot behind the scenes, and I feel like y'all deserve an inside scoop on what was going on behind the scenes, because my two closest friends were like in the mix, like knowing the planning and everything. And so yeah, I want to know more, and I think y'all will want to know more. She had been planning the engagement for at least a year, right?
Yeah.
And y'all, I had no idea. So y'all saw the video. If y'all haven't seen it, I'll link it in the description. But also, we're gonna start with how we got here. How did you know I was the one?
There were a couple of things that like had really stood out to me throughout the course of our relationship. In our first take of this video, I mentioned that there were some very obvious signs that you were the one, but then there were also some very subtle signs that you were the one. And
oh yeah,
I started honestly paying attention to the more subtle signs, and because as I said before, like the obvious ones could just be like performance and like good game, but the subtle ones were, okay, that's your character, that's your personality, that's who you are at your core, and that's stuff that you can't change. And it was not just the way that you showed up, but it was the way that you consistently showed up, and I could tell that you were consistently like working on yourself and consistently like improving who you are as a person, and willing to grow and willing to like navigate both within our relationship but also within yourself. One of the big things is like how you challenged me to just be a better person. Like I've always wanted to be like a better person, but like I noticed that like in relationships, romantic relationships, like I always wanted to be a better person for that person. And you really challenged me to want to be a better person for myself, because when I'm a better person for me, I'm automatically a better person for you. And that was really the first time where I was really able to sit down and evaluate like, what type of person do I want to be? How does Schai want to show up in this world? What does Schai want out of her life, and how do I want to navigate? And I'd already started having these conversations with my friends and like my mentors and things like that, but I wasn't having them like in my intimate relationships. And so being able to have them with you, and really evaluate who I was like in home, that was a major deal for me. and so yeah, like it was pretty obvious. And then just like the way that you vibe with my family,
Oh yeah.
the way that you just like even like within the chaos, like with our families, like I still love, like I love your families, you know. And just like knowing that even when there is conflict, like I actually appreciate family conflict because it means that like there's hurt and there's feelings and there's love there. Like I like it's for me, like if there's no conflict, then like it doesn't feel real. Those were just some of the reasons. There's a whole list of other reasons, but I could go on and on for days about why you were the one. But yeah.
Oh, thanks, honey.
No problem. That was a burp. You try not to breathe.
No, are you gonna ask me?
Oh.
How you know?
So how did you know that I was the one?
How did I know you were the one? I'm going to reiterate what I said in the first take, which was pretty much like the way you addressed my emotions. Like you didn't act like my emotions were too much or inconvenient or a problem. It was just like, you need to cry, and if you don't cry, then it's a problem. And part of me was like, why you want me to cry so bad? But then I realized, like, when I'm not crying, I'm on defense, and you're not really in there. Like my shell is up. I'm a Cancer, so like my shell is locked and loaded when I don't cry, or when I'm compartmentalizing and trying to get through the day. And I think you observed that about me. And like when I was trying to hold them back, you were like helping me push through and allowing me to be vulnerable so that we could make progress and we didn't stay on the wrong side of my defenses. So I feel like that was really a pivotal moment for me, just to have someone in my life that did that, because I didn't before that. Yeah, you also like encouraged me to self-care. Like, you truly encourage boundaries. Like, I think that is one thing that people don't see that I wish more people did see. Like, I wish more people saw the moments when I'm like, no, baby, I don't want to go. I don't want to go out tonight. I don't want to. You go ahead. Or, no, I can't make you breakfast right now. I'm reading my book. I'm journaling. I need this. And just her being like, good job. Boundaries. Good job. And I'm like, what? That was unheard of for me. So yeah, those were some really big things for me. Oh my God. And that one time I cried when I was like, I think I was just like caring for you. Like you needed something and I'm just making sure you were good. And then you asked me like, did you journal today? And I just, mind y'all, I think I was on my period. I like bust out crying. Like, I was like, you got so much going on and you still made sure that I can. Tear fest. I was like, you going through a lot and you still over here like, did you take care of yourself today? And I'm like, damn. I just was like, damn, I love you.
Word. I appreciate that. Thank you.
This lip gloss was about to be on my nose with all that.
That's popping.
Okay, so now we get into the fun part. Planning the proposal. I'm going to let Schai kind of give y'all the background because I didn't know much until towards the actual proposal. And that was when I kind of started losing it.
So, yeah. So, as I said, like, I already knew that this was it. Like, it was just like, all right, cool. But I had to figure out, like, what I was going to do. Like, I knew, the way I asked you to be my girlfriend was like a big deal. Mm-hmm. And so I knew it had to top that.
True.
And so it was just like, and so I had to figure out something creative. And there were a couple ideas in the bucket.
Hold on real quick. Speaking of the way she asked me to be her girlfriend, I'll insert a clip. I made a TikTok a while back, so I'll insert a clip of her proposing. As girlfriend proposal?
Girlfriend proposal. Because I definitely asked Chigo's blessing.
Wow. See?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely asked for Chico's
So I'll
blessing.
insert the girlfriend proposal here.
And yeah, so I yeah, I knew I had a couple ideas in the bucket, and I just knew I wanted it to be creative. But like, there's one idea that kept coming back to me, and it was the open mic. And
Mm-hmm.
so it was like, because we had met at an open mic, because we were poets, because like a lot of our friends are also poets, and it just, and our businesses surround poetry and the art, so it just made sense for it to be some type of poetic event.
Mm-hmm.
And so our friend Ree,
Shout out to Creative Suitland.
yeah, Ree and TK, shout out to both of them. But like, Ree asked me to do something for Creative Suitland, and was like, look, we'll give you some like free event space on Creative Suitland if you do this, like for like 2 hours or whatever. And I was like, I bet, like, yeah, whatever. I was gonna do it regardless, but like free event space, yeah. And so I was like, really, like, I want to do the proposal there. And she was like, all right, cool. And one, it's great this is a reason why it's important to have plugs and like a network, because they definitely looked out. Like, even with me having to like pay for the venue space, like she looked out beyond belief. And without TK, like it would have been such a burden, planning everything. But like
I'm gonna insert a picture of all of us.
yeah, but they looked out like in ways that can't even be described, while planning their own wedding, by the way.
Tuh.
And so TK and I had like a couple of meetings, and I told him, like, I told her what like I wanted to do, whatever. And then like I started the process of like creating the ring. Like, it still wasn't serious, because no one was really taking it like serious because I didn't have the ring, right? And I had been telling people, oh, I'm gonna propose. And so like by this time, everybody's like, all right, whatever, when we see the ring, we're gonna know it's real.
Sure.
But I was starting the process or whatever, and then I sent them the picture of the design, and they were like, oh shit. I know
my friends were like,
yeah, like, and I had a group chat with her best friend Chigo and her best friend Alexis, and like, girl, yeah. I sent them the picture of the sketch of the ring, and like they helped me edit it and like added their 2 cents or whatever, and then I sent them the picture of the diamond that was gonna go onto the ring, and they were like, oh yeah, this is getting real, like, okay. And then finally the ring came, and I sent that picture, and they were like, drop everything, it's time to plan, like what we gotta do, like it's go time. And so but by the time the ring came, the ring took a little longer, because like it was a custom design. And by the time the ring came out, I already talked to her parents, her mom, her dad, stepmom, brother. I talked to them. And so they already knew what was going on. I got the blessing, talked to grandma, everybody, and everybody was excited. And so I really wanted it to be focused on love, community, and family.
Can I insert something there?
Absolutely.
So, I've always wanted, of course, like my parents to give their blessing. I thought that was really beautiful, because growing up, I was close to my parents. And I still am to some extent, you know, a typical adult relationship. But like my oldest brother, is like a second father figure to me. And we were honestly, you know, it was a lot going on, and it still is a lot going on when it comes to him. But her even putting forth the effort to get his blessing with so much that we were going through. And we may or may not talk about that later. But that was really pivotal for me. Like, I cried because, you know, I love him so deeply. And, you know, I love all my siblings very deeply. So, like, regardless of the things going on, like, he's still like a paternal figure in my life. And getting his blessing meant like more to me than she knew. Like, when she told me, I started crying.
Yeah, yeah, you did. But yeah, he was actually the first person I spoke to, and then I spoke to your mom, and then I spoke to your dad.
It makes sense to do my dad last.
And grandma, and it was. y'all getting blessings like it's some heat.
Especially my mama.
It's some heat that come with it. But like what it really just solidified and confirmed, like, yeah, like I'm doing the right thing. Because it was nothing that they could throw at me that was gonna like sway me. There was nothing that like was gonna have me second guessing. There were a couple things that came up that caused that sort of caused like some like dysfunction like within us, but only because like I couldn't talk about it. Like because it was a surprise. I knew like if I was able to talk about it, we would have just it would have been good. But because I wasn't able to talk about it, it became bigger than what it actually was.
You had to talk around it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know.
And that became a little difficult for us. But it all made sense. Like the moment like we were leaving the event, I was like, okay, so this is what happened, and this is why I was acting like this, and this is why, and she was like, got it.
No, because when I tell you, I was legit freaking out. Like, mind you, I thought she was gonna propose in like another year or two.
Yeah, I kept telling you another year.
Yeah, so I was like, but either way, like I was getting pissed because I was like, they better not mess up my good relationship. I work hard. We worked hard for this relationship. We are here to be happy and healthy, and like they better not mess this up for me. And I'm talking to my friends, and then like, I found out like you had reached out to my friends, and then I was like, I feel like I should be upset about that, but I'm not as upset as you think. And so I was just like, okay, well, did they explain? Did they give you context? And she said, yeah. So I was like, okay. But had I known it was the blessing conversation, it would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Rather than it just being a random conversation.
Yeah.
Like, this is the person I'm about to spend my life with. Of course, my mom is asking like, what's the word? Kind of invasive questions.
It wasn't even necessarily like the invasiveness. It was just like
the suggestions of.
Yeah. Like I don't mind. Like in regards to like that type of conversation, I don't mind invasiveness. Like I feel like that's necessary. Like I'm gonna interrogate the heck out of our kids' partners when they come ask for the blessing.
Why is that squirrel watching us like? Sorry, I was a squirrel just standing up like. What y'all doing?
Yeah, like I'm gonna interrogate the heck out of our kids' partners when they come and ask for a blessing, right? And so like I don't mind the invasiveness. I think it was just like some questions that were asked where I was just like, or comments that were made where I was just like, huh? Nah. So we had a couple of meetings with TK, and TK was asking like Chantel like who would you want at like an open mic? Like what are your favorite artists? Yada yada yada. So she gave a couple lists, and I reached out to some of them, and some of them was like, yeah. But then like I gave people one time to like not respond to me, and then they was done because I ain't had time to play around. So there are a couple people like I was not chasing anyone. Like if you ain't respond, if you ain't come to a meeting, that's cool. But like I'm good. I'm gonna move forward. Yeah. But like legit, like Lucky shout out, TK shout out, Truth shout both.
Truth speaks volumes.
Truth speaks volumes. The Truth the poet, like huge shout out.
Yeah.
I feel like oh my god, am I missing someone?
And those poems they did.
Wait, I'm not missing anyone. Am I? Those are the four, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
okay.
you.
And then me and you, yeah. And so Chantel, so the deal was that Truth Speaks Volumes was gonna start out with like just a simple poem, Black Love, like give Chantel and I a shout out, yada yada yada. By the time it got to Lucky or TK, Chantel was supposed to know what was going on. This woman knows nothing. Alright? And then like by the time I got out there, she was supposed to know. She was supposed to be hit. She was still oblivious.
I kind of had a clue because when I first got there.
Oh, now you had a clue?
No, let me explain. Because TK had told me, like, we're going to walk, like, when it comes time for Schai to close out the show, we're going to walk towards the side to, like, help navigate the audience or whatever, or help control the audience, you know, because afterwards sometimes people come up or whatever. And I was like, okay, your event. Okay. So I do as I'm told. And then, like, when I'm standing on the side, I'm like, TK's kind of in the shadow. And I'm, like, in the light. And I'm just, okay, y'all, this is great, ain't it? I'm looking at the audience. This is great, right? And now I'm listening to the poem. And I'm like, this is about us. And my brain keeps going back and forth and back and forth. And I'm looking at her pocket and I'm like, there's no ring there. Okay. And so I'm like,
yeah, I had to take the box out because the box was too big. And so I had to just have the ring in my pocket. And I was so nervous about that because I was like, what if I drop it? Yada, yada, yada. And so, and like, mind you, I didn't have my phone. My phone was like hooked up to the tripod because like there were people like that were trying to watch on Zoom. And so like, I couldn't, like I was texting on my watch. And so like, people were like, oh, you so nervous, yada, yada, yada. Like they were, like my phone was like blowing up.
oh no.
And I was like, nah, like I was actually chilling. I wasn't really even nervous until I actually got up there. And then like my brain just went. But like before that, like I was honestly like chilling. Like the only thing that, like what was really getting to me is like people's comments just like trying to get getting in my head. Like, but everything else, like, because like a lot of people were concerned that you would be mad because I had to lie. A lot. And so people were concerned that you would be upset by me lying, and like that's not a way to start a relationship, yada yada yada. But it's just like once, like I knew us, and I was just like, man, I'm gonna tell her everything. She gonna see the text messages and everything. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Right.
And so, and then also like she gonna be able to talk to her friends. Her friends gonna verify everything. Like there's nothing, and it's all gonna make sense. You know what I mean? And so it's just like I was cool with it, and so.
And I feel like that's a metaphor for our relationship or just for relationships in general. Like people are always going to have something to say. People are always going to question what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it. Listen, we're two lesbians. That is a question in itself for a lot of people. And so I think it's a metaphor for the relationship to be able to tune that out and focus on what you know. You know me. Yeah. You know our relationship. You know what's true. Yeah. What's the truth. You know. Like, so yeah, I think that's just like for all relationships. Like, do you know your person. They know you. Y'all got a connection. And that's the thing about like our relationship. I learned in this long-term relationship, like we have this connection. There ain't nobody else in this but us. We're not poly. We ain't got no third. It's just us. Yeah. There's one thing I haven't told you. I'm waiting to say it on the camera. No, it's good though. But I haven't. So I had a conversation with my mom. Like while I got the blessings from like your side, like I had a conversation with my mom. With the tissues. And like we went out to lunch, and I was like, so I want to talk to you about something. And she was like, all right. And I was like, I'm gonna propose. And the smile that came on her face was just like I knew I was doing the right thing. And that's so it was just like, yeah. And she was just like, okay. And she was like, and she was just like so supportive. And like I've been in other relationships. Like I've been, you know this, I've been engaged before, and like my mom never had that reaction. Like, and I also like, but honestly, I never talked to my mom before that. Like before I did it, but like I think it meant a lot to her for me to just include her in it. And then like she was like all hands on deck, wanting to know like how she could assist and stuff like that. And then when I talked to my brother as well, both of them. One of them almost spilled the beans, but that's a conversation for another day. But Bug was so ecstatic, like, and so that was awesome. Oh yeah. And like just like everybody, I got nothing but warmth from everyone, and that just let me know that I was like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So yeah, that's pretty much. I feel like, is that a good synopsis of how it happened? Am I missing anything? Yeah, I think that is. Honestly, y'all, I was over here questioning her. I was like leading up to it. I was like, either what did I say? Either you cheating or you hiding something. You cheating or you about to propose? Oh yeah, I literally called it. Well, like literally, like a week or two before the proposal, we're about to get in bed, and thank God the lights were out. We're about to get in bed, and you're like, babe, I think we were in bed.
No, you were about to get in bed. I was in bed, but like you were about to get in bed. You're like, babe, my finger's itching. Are you about to propose soon? And I was like, no. What are you talking about? Whole time, my brother has the ring hiding at the house, right? And so I text my friends the next day, y'all, and like.
It was getting hot.
Yeah, it was getting hot. Like we had to dead all group chat messages for a minute. Like
my friends had to talk me off the ledge.
Yeah,
because it was that, and then I was like, I don't know. I was like, you keep going to Beth's house, and I have your location, and I know you're actually at her house, but like you know, I'm like, is somebody meeting you there? But then I was like, Beth wouldn't let that happen. No. And then I was like, and you wouldn't do that. No. Like, I know our connection. Like, you know, like I said earlier, knowing your relationship. And yeah. I'm like, I know us. We wouldn't do that. Like,
first of all, my friends would not allow that shit. Like it's so important to have like yeah. good friends, not just good friends. Like somebody mentioned it the other day. I forgot who it was, but like not just good. Justin, our videographer for the wedding. Not good friends for you, but good friends for your relationship. That is so essential. Yeah. Because like when I be messing up, my friends reel me in. Schai, get it together. Wow. You know, like what's up? Like. Get together, nigga.
We gotta talk about that too. Yeah. There were some pivotal things my friend said to me that got me gathered for this relationship. Like in my speech, I think it was in the video, but if not, I'll put it in there or I'll put up a video of it. But like I was saying, like y'all loved us back together again and again and again. Like her side, my side, like our people surrounded us. And like
you didn't cry as much as I thought you would.
Cause I was still in shock. I was like, bruh, this is TK's event. What are we doing? Yeah. Why y'all talking about me? This TK's event.
Y'all, we had like speaking of knowing your partner and like just like being just ready, like I had everything like behind the scenes, like it like so she wouldn't have to question anything. Like she got her makeup done. Oh yeah. She got her nails done. Like I made sure she had an outfit. We had people on standby in case she fainted. Like we had like people went out and bought more extra tissues just in case she was a sob fest. Like there was not one base that wasn't covered because like it was like we had security, like undercover security, just in case like certain people started acting up, right? Like there was not one base that wasn't covered because like she wasn't gonna worry about anything. And I told everybody, like, I don't care what happens tonight. I don't care what pops off. Chantel can't know anything. Oh. And we'll tell her, like, tomorrow. Yeah. Like, but tonight,
like, I didn't know that lady threw up in the bathroom.
Yeah. But it was so important because, like, everybody was on it. Yeah. Like, I didn't even know everything that was going on.
It was a collective effort.
Yeah. Once it was game time, I didn't know everything. Like, shout out to Megan.
Yes.
Yo, hi, like girl, Meg. Shout out to Shannon. Like my people, like
Shannon came and got me at the car.
Yo, Siobhan, like yo, Winnie, Katasha, Bug, like y'all did the damn thing, and like real
MVPs. Even C-SPAN bought me some tissue.
C-SPAN, like everybody, like it was so beautiful, and it wasn't. If we didn't have those core people in our unit, like that were consistently looking out and nurturing our relationship, like that night, like it shows how much people love our relationship by what happened that night. Absolutely. And how much people respect our relationship by how everyone showed up that night. Woo. And so, and even with the crazy stuff going on right now, like they may have personal feelings about whatever, but like they respect us, you know. And so that's dope. I'm very proud of us. Like I think we're doing like really, really well, like as a unit and as individuals. Like we both we started exercising again. Like we're both in our own thing. I'm back and doing my stuff. Like, and so I think we're doing it.
I think the new astrological year brought forth a new energy that we needed. We've been through so much within the past year, and so much outside of us, just like, you know, a chaotic experience in like family, friendships, like, and so just navigating through that has really brought us closer. It really, I know people say that, but it really has. Like, we didn't let the external forces affect our unit, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm so excited to just like talk more about that, because I needed a YouTube channel like this when I was growing up, or even when I was like navigating relationships earlier. I needed to know, like, this exists. When you start choosing better, you start getting better.
Yeah. And people have been telling us to create a YouTube channel for, like, since we got together.
Literally.
Like, people have been like, when's the channel coming? When's the page coming?
We make one TikTok together and they're like, oh my God, I need to get to the channel.
Yeah, and it's just like, but it's because our interactions are just genuine and authentic. And it's just like legit, what you see on social media is really what be going on in this house. Like, it's not like when I just put on the show.
I just got makeup on.
Like,
it's usually without the makeup on.
Yeah, but you look
that's
beautiful.
The only difference.
You look beautiful either way.
Thank you.
But
Thank
like,
you,
yeah, that's it really, like, yeah. I wouldn't. Everything that I do on camera, I do behind the scenes. Everything I do behind the scenes, well, not everything. I do it in front of the like on camera. A couple things.
And it's gonna stay that way. Actually, let me not speak too soon. It's like, no. Okay, I think we're gonna end the video.
Where are my pearls?
Okay, we're gonna end the video here. Thanks so much for watching. Peace, love, and hair grease, beaches. Okay, Spider Woman.
I don't know what I just did.
Yeah, we're gonna end every video with her crumping. Peace. You gonna help me smack the camera? Don't actually smack it though.
Oh.
Bye, y'all. God. So much till you. I'm fantasizing, but